something I want my children to do. I'm trying to, I feel that it's so. But I am ensuring my kids know Spanish and some other language. It's important, guys, because we have a lot of visitors and an increasing number of visitors who will be coming in from Latin America. We have non-stop flights now between Lima, Peru, and Montego Bay, Jamaica, 3 times a week. The flight is running at 85% load factors, which means it's going to increase the daily service. But by God, man, I mean, if more of us here could just speak a little Spanish, it would be a little bit more helpful. So I would really appreciate if somebody could just Rosetta Stone and learn some Spanish, please. Even basic or intermediate Spanish, that is helpful. And of course, you have ecotourism, tour startups, wellness and spa services. The tour guides, by the way, make a killing. Some of them, especially the ones who have great personalities, they make good dinero. So that is something I would strongly advise you look at. All right. Now, in terms of where we are now in the industry and training, of course, we have over 20,000 certified now through the Jamaica Center for Tourism Innovation. Thank you, Carol Rose Brown and the team there for the phenomenal leadership. We recently launched the Tourism Entertainment Academy under the Tourism Enhancement Fund, which will mentor performers, creatives, and cultural entrepreneurs. The Tourism Entertainment Academy is very important because what we're having, I have to be very careful now because of where I sit. I can't speak as frankly as I used to make sure. We really have a gap when it comes to a country that is the epicenter of reggae and dancehall and just entertainment. We do have a gap with, professional entertainment. There's a shortage. And I want some of you to look at the business opportunities that emanate from that. Because what has happened is that some of the hotels literally, unfortunately, have to be, fortunately and unfortunately, depending on how you do it, will have to bring people in from other countries to entertain. And the truth is, some of the visitors come to Jamaica to see Jamaican entertainment, right? It is what it is. But what we need is more professionals in this space. Because sometimes you have a Jamaican group of entertainers, good, solid people, but they're supposed to show up at 6 p.m. and leave at 11 p.m., but they end up showing up at 7:30 p.m. and half the group not there, and some people don't know what they're doing, and So we have to get that whole sector much more professionalized, and I believe the Tourism Entertainment Academy that has been established by the Ministry of Tourism with the leadership of TEF in conjunction with Minister Babs Grange and the team at the Ministry of Culture is absolutely important because we have to train up professionals in the entertainment space who understand that if you have a contract at a hotel and you have to be there from 6 to 11 p.m. 5 days a week and get your pay, but you have to be there on time, you have to have proper pieces, something that people can say, yes, this is professional entertainment. And some of us have gone to other countries and we know what professional entertainment is, right? So that's important. We have a 3-pronged social development plan for workers, professional development, housing, and pension benefits. I want to highlight that just under $4 billion is now in the tourism workers pension scheme, and we have 10,000 workers already signed up, enrolled in our tourism workers pension scheme, the first in the world. So that's great news for them. Because we want to ensure that person come into the space, understand that there's a sense of security in the space, and that's important. Beyond that, major hotel developers have now committed to in excess of 2,500 housing units for workers. So what is happening is that because we have this huge growth along the North Coast, I mean, Hanover alone, for example, we have the Princess Resort, that's 1,000 rooms, with just under about 1,600 workers, I believe, in the region. And then we have Grand Palladium, which already has 1,000 plus rooms, and also around 1,500 plus workers. And Grand Palladium, by the way, is also going to be adding 950 rooms. And they're going to break ground. They broke ground already for a 500 million euro expansion. So they're adding 2 hotels to Grand Palladium. A total of 950 rooms, luxury rooms, which means another 1,500 employees. What that has created is that in that corridor alone, in Hanover, they just don't have enough people to work in the hotels in the different skill sets and the different departments that they need to fill. And as such, they need people literally from Kingston and St. Catherine, to move to Hanover, to move to St. Anne, to move to Trelawney for these big developments. But we realize that there's a housing gap. And what we're doing now, they're now saying, okay, the big hotels, and we had discussions with them over the years and intensified those discussions. And Princess already is out of the crowd with over 500 apartment units for workers. Grand Palladium has committed to building proper apartment units for workers. Princess has also committed to proper apartment units for workers, and these are really nice facilities. And other major hotel developments that are coming on street, including the Hard Rock Unico development. They have already bought their land. They have bought the land now for the housing development for workers, which is in close proximity to the hotel, just on the border of Trelawney and St. James. So the mindset is changing finally because they need the talent, and they need the talent there. The Hard Rock development, for example, is going to be a phenomenal development because we're bringing a young, fresh, very trendy American brand to the shores of Jamaica. That's all about entertainment. If you go to the Guitar Hotel in Fort Lauderdale, some of you people know it. They have big shows there all the time with Jennifer Lopez and all the celebrities. And that's what they want to bring to Jamaica. So they need young, talented Jamaicans who are educated and who have great personalities to work somewhere like Hard Rock and get good money and good tips. Beyond that, the government and private sector investment in new housing, benefits and training to ensure tourism workers live and grow with dignity, which I spoke about already. So, my friends, one major point that I wanted to bring to your attention is the need for you to understand the need to take initiative, to be bold, and to be bullish. And I say it because, sometimes I find, I figure, I always see somebody come here from Nepal, seriously. They don't know anything about this side of the world, much as Jamaica. And they come to Jamaica and they are managing a restaurant, they are opening up another business. I have a friend from Europe who is doing garbage collection services now on the side. And I said, well, you come all the way from Eastern Europe and you already find yourself sorting out garbage and collecting garbage from some hotels and some places and transport it to the dump and then say, boy, then I need some more land to deal with this garbage business. How are you end up in this business? Guys, we have to take initiative. Because some of these people come here with nothing in their pocket, literally but the clothes on their back and their passport. And they just go out there and find opportunity. You have to be bold. We have a lot of networking events that take place. You need to come to functions like this at the UCC. It's very important. You need to, you have some people that X up themselves. But some of the people X up themselves, they're the one doing well because they mean everybody business. So go to events. If you hear of a Jamaica Tourist Board function, make your way there. I mean, you have a church service this weekend. If you can come to the church service, find out from the leaders, and come to the church service. You have to meet, you have to greet, you have to know people, to build bridges and to build new horizons. It's very important. So I want to again reinforce the importance of networking. We go to shows in Europe and the US and Canada all the time, right? And there's one particular person, I won't say her name, but she's Jamaican. And she makes it a duty to come to some of the shows. And what she does, unlike many of us in Jamaica where the show is, so we have a big show in our World Travel Market in London, is in November of this year. Some Jamaicans will wait on the week before to say, but it's showing in London, I need to go. No, you need to plan a year ahead. Get the cheapest ticket possible. Get the cheapest accommodations possible close to the venue and make your way to the venue. Rest assured, we in Jamaica, we're a family. Wherever we are, we'll group up together. And I've seen a number of Jamaicans, young and old, with businesses who have come to these shows in Madrid, Spain, come to these shows in Germany, come to these shows in the UK, come to these shows in the US, through proper planning. And then they will connect with us and will say, absolutely, come by our booth, you can stay with us, you can help us with stuff. And then some of them have now become literally a part of our team. So when we go to some of these shows, we say, here's Brian, Brian, that's here, supposed to be dealing with this. That's how you build opportunities, that's how you know people. And I've seen a lot of Jamaicans come from zero who have networked their way into certain circles, and now they're not just doing business here in tourism. There are now supplying hotels in Mexico, and there are supplying hotels in the Dominican Republic, and beyond. So I want you to be open to networking. It's very important. So the next 5 to 10 years will reshape Jamaica's tourism landscape and by extension our national economy. The industry needs visionaries. It needs disciplined, creative, globally minded professionals. It needs people who will not wait to be given an opportunity, but will prepare themselves and seize it. So if you commit now to gaining experience, to sharpening your skills, to learning from global best practice, you will not just participate in Jamaica's growth story, you will lead it. So initiatives like today's Tourism Career Expo empower the next generation of tourism leaders by providing a platform for students to engage with industry professionals, share innovative ideas, and bridge the gap between academic learning and practical experience. We're sowing the seeds for a vibrant future in tourism. I thank you.
Again, deserved round of applause for Senator Delano. Seiveright once again, ladies and gentlemen. The wealth of knowledge, information shared.